Hey everyone, VBS is almost here, and if you're watching this, that means that you most likely are serving at VBS this summer. I wanted to make a quick video with some information and some ideas and thoughts for how you can be prepared to serve the Lord this summer at VBS. The first thing we want to think about is, why do we have VBS? Every summer we spend so much time in all the craziness that goes into 1 week of VBS, Vacation Bible School. Why do we do that? The reason we have VBS each summer is to glorify God, to bring these kids a place where they can have fun, see their friends, do some awesome stuff, some crafts, some games, but most importantly, so they can hear the gospel, so they can learn to love God more, they can learn more about Him, and some of them may come to know Jesus for the very first time at VBS. I know personally, my salvation is a direct result of what I heard and learned at VBS when I was younger. So that's why we do VBS. It's important. It still plays a major role in the development of the Christians that we have. It's not the be-all, end-all. It's not the one quick solution, but it is a major, important part and something that we can really use as a tool to serve and glorify God. So this year at First Baptist, we're going to be doing VBS, the Power Up. It's a video game theme. And the idea of it is not to focus on video games, but to help use something that kids love and show them about God's love, to teach them how they can know God more and how they can raise their game in Christ. So I'm going to go through really quickly a couple of the ideas, each daily idea. Day one, the bottom line is that God wants you to know Him. That's going to be looking at God's call of Abraham. Day two, you can know God through His Word, and that's looking at the Bible story of Josiah. Day three is God sent Jesus to save you. That's looking at Jesus' baptism. And day four is God sent His Spirit to help you. That's the story of Pentecost. And day five is you can help others know God. Bible story for that day is the fruit of the Spirit. So you'll see through each day, through this week, the kids will know that they need God, that God came for them, and the ways that God has equipped them to do what He's calling them to do. So it's a really good message that's woven throughout this Vacation Bible School we'll be having this summer. Really quickly, I want to look at the schedule of what we'll be having at VBS this summer. So at 5:30 to 8 o'clock is going to be our time frame. Now, 5:30 they will come, they'll be registering, they'll be showing up, and at 5:30 we will start our meal. And that will be in the gym, the CFC. They'll each be at tables that they'll be divided into. So their group leaders and the group leader assistants, they will be at the tables with their kids. That's where they will eat. They will be in there till right before 6 o'clock. And at 6 o'clock, we will transition to the sanctuary. Something a little different this year is we'll be having a longer opening and no closing. Except for the last night, it will be a little different. We will have a closing that night for their families to be in there with them, a family experience time. So from 6 o'clock till around 6:30, we're going to have our opening. That's where we'll have worship. That's where we'll have the Bible story told and some songs, some games. That will all happen at the beginning. Now at 6:30, we will transition into our 3 rotations. Now each group will go into different locations. There will be game rotation, there will be a craft rotation, and there will be the small group or Bible study rotation. And so they will go to their assigned rotation. In 30 minutes or just before 30 minutes, they will transition to their next station. Preschool will be by itself. It will be separate. So that's 3 and 4-year-olds entering kindergarten through 5th grade. And again, that could depend a little bit on signups. We have some very different breakdowns through there. What those will be broken down into will depend on our numbers, but those will be our age groups. So we will rotate through those, and at 8 o'clock we will all be back in the cafeteria, in the fellowship hall, in the gym. That is where they will be picked up at 8 o'clock. I want to close our time in this video talking about what we expect of you, our volunteers. And what we expect is that you will love our kids and help them to know God, help them to come closer to God, come closer to Christ, and that you will point them that direction. So how do you do that? First, I want to challenge you to pray for our VBS and for the kids you will be working with. Pray starting now. Pray for our kids. Pray for the kids that you'll directly be working with, the kids that will be coming you won't see, and all of them together, all their families, just pray for this event, everything surrounding it. Pray for our other workers, pray for yourself that God will prepare your heart. So begin with prayer. The second thing I want to challenge you with is to be here. It's very important. If for some reason you can't make it to VBS, something comes up, or there's one night you know you won't be here, or you're going to be late, please let us know as soon as possible. We can't make this work without all of us coming together, all hands on deck, making this happen. So we ask that you'll be here no later than 5:15. But if you can't, if you're getting off work and you're getting here right at time, that's all right. But let us know so that we can figure out who won't be here, who needs to help, where we need to divide our manpower so that all the kids are chaperoned appropriately and that all things are working together. So be here, and if there's something that's going to keep you from being fully able to be here exactly the full amount of time, please let us know so we can work with you to make that happen. And the last thing that we ask of our volunteers is to be an example of Christ. The way that you act, the way that you interact with the kids, love them, be gracious, be patient. It's going to be a long week, I'm sure, at times where it'll be hard, but show your very best. Show them Christ in everything you do. Love them, reinforce the message whenever possible in the way that you speak, the way that you act. Try to love these kids the best you can, because we want, more than anything, God to be glorified and people to come to know Him more, maybe for the first time. So that's our video. That's what we hope will happen with this VBS. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me, to contact me. I want to make sure that we all are on the same page and that we can make this one of the best VBSs we've ever had.